Welcome back to the show where we give you all the Dolphins news you need to know about. And this first piece of news clears up a lot of rumors and a lot of clutter, and a lot of scared Dolphins fans, or at least who were wondering about this. I think get some clarity here. The Dolphins have said that they want to keep all the core offensive players through the year 2020. That means Jarvis Landry, Devontae Parker. Obviously, we already locked up Kenny Stills. They want to keep that core group together to add for continuity reasons, chemistry reasons with Ryan Tannehill. That's great news because all of those guys are supremely talented in my opinion. I know a lot of people like to hate on Kenny, but I think they're all extremely talented players, and I think this is great news. I don't know when Jarvis Landry is going to get this extension, but they are working on it. This report obviously comes from the Miami Herald. So I think it's great news. I think it's a great move. I think it's great news, and I like the fact that we're trying to build this chemistry similar to the New England Patriots that keep around the same kind of players around to build that continuity, to build familiarity within the system to make it almost an unstoppable offensive attack. Because all the guys there, DP, Juice, Kenny, obviously Leonte Carroo, who's going to be there for a while, are all extremely talented guys, and I cannot wait to see where they go. Okay, so this next piece of news comes from ESPN. TJ McDonald suspended for 8 games. So this is really interesting because he did visit with the Dolphins, and he could have been the replacement of Issa Abdul-Quddus, because T.J. McDonald, really good player, tone setter, hard-hitting safety, good coverage safety, does a little bit of everything, can play in the box, which I think the Dolphins need another guy who can play in the box, because we do like interchangeable safeties that are indistinguishable between each other. So it would have been nice to have T.J. McDonald on the roster, but it looks like that's not going to happen because he is suspended for most of the year. So that's a little bit of sad news right there. This bit of news is another rumor that has been circulating throughout the Miami Dolphins offseason. It comes from the Sun Sentinel, and that is the Dolphins are not interested in quarterback Jay Cutler. The only good argument that I've ever heard to make the case for Jay Cutler being on the Miami Dolphins is that he would be a backup. He would add a competitive environment for Ryan Tannehill and push him. I guess that would be the only good thing you could say about it. I really don't care for Jay Cutler that much. I don't think he's the greatest player in the world. He puts up good numbers. He also turns the ball over more than he's held the most turnovers for a quarterback like three times in his career. And Mark Sanchez was in the league when he did that. So I'm not a big fan of Jay Cutler, and so this is obviously, I think, obvious news that the Dolphins. It's kind of weird that Adam Gase had to come out and say that, but yeah. So this next piece of news is a little, I don't know, it's how you feel about the linebacker position. It comes from the Sun Sentinel, the Miami Herald, that the Dolphins are focusing on the draft and not Zac Brown. So unless Zac Brown comes to the Dolphins or they hear a half-decent offer, they will entertain it and will sign Zac Brown. The Dolphins are really interested in Zac Brown, just asking for way too much money. I think we wanted to get him down to $3 to $4 mil a year. He's right around $6 mil. That's what he wants annually. The Dolphins are not willing to do that, so hopefully they can figure out a deal with him at some point. I like Zac Brown a lot, so let me know what you guys think of this news. I am Skagster83, and I'll see you guys in the next one.